My name is Rachael Moore. I'm the coordinator of the Rainbow House Brussels. For those that don't understand what coordinator means, it just means that I'm the director. So I'm the director of the Rainbow House Brussels. And the Rainbow House Brussels is basically the umbrella organization of LGBTQI associations in the Brussels region. Now, the issue with intersectionality is that a lot of people don't know what it means. They don't know the definition of intersectionality. And for me, intersectionality is very much a tool, and it's a way, it's an approach, and it's also a political movement, making sure that the minorities within minorities are taken care of and are given visibility in order to make sure that if you take care of the minorities in minorities, then you're taking care of not only the larger minority, but also all of society. If we look at intersectionality, we see that it's a work that's based upon a lot of Afro-feminists, so Afro-American feminists. I'm talking about Angela Davis, I'm talking about Audre Lorde, I'm talking about Bell Hooks, Toni Morrison, these women that have done a lot of substantial work talking about intersectionality without having the actual word. Audre Lorde was a writer, a poet, she was a professor, she was also a lesbian and an activist and a feminist who recognized basically that when she's in the lesbian world, that her acts, her needs and her wants were not taken care of, were not listened to by other white lesbians. So she would feel like an outsider even in the lesbian world. But also within the Black community, being a lesbian and being a Black woman, finding your place and space within the Black community, it's also extremely hard. It's not a combination of oppressions, more to say is how these systems of oppression actually work on their own, but also in contact with each other. So what can society do in order to make sure that all of these people, that all of their perspectives are taken on board whilst, putting together policy or litigation, is actually getting these people to the table, making sure that these people are present. What is it that the society can do in order to be more intersectional? Is first and foremost admit that it doesn't understand intersectionality. Admit that it needs to learn and understand what intersectionality is and what the definition is. It's start off small and slow. What we don't want is for intersectionality to turn into the new diversity and inclusion, because we know that diversity and inclusion really doesn't work. Just because you have a diversity manager in your company doesn't mean that your company is going to be diverse. So for me, my danger, my worry is that of intersectionality turning into another checked box, like diversity, like inclusion. Because what do we mean with diversity and inclusion at the end of the day? These are very much terms that I use with precaution, because to some extent diversity and inclusion are used as synonyms, but also they're used to show a level of willingness, of openness that either white society wants to portray regarding the acceptance of the people that they've othered. So be it people that don't look like them, and it's only up until a certain level. So you can say they're diverse, yes, but have we done the necessary profound work that's needed to deconstruct the racism on which the company is founded upon? Have we done enough work to deconstruct the sexism that the company is founded upon? Why are these cultures still present within our inside organization? Why are they still present? Why don't we find a way to deconstruct that? And then we can move forward to a true diversity and a true inclusion, because a lot of the times, yes, there will be a person of color, there will be a person who has a handicap, there will be a person who's gay, and sometimes you'll have people that embody all of these identities at once in a particular organization, but they will not have the necessary tools and power that is needed in order to implement change. Because at the end of the day, is it a change that they actually want? Or is it more a ticked box that they just want in order to say that they're following the rules?